Hello, D-Gens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes XFL Week 6 overreactions. I, of course, am the Brofect1 AJ. Joining me, as always, he is the man with the numbers, the sportsbook whisperer, college basketball guru, daddy of the diamond, all hail the king of the links, Mr. Noah Engelbretson. Noah, Money Train, my man. I got to tell you, it was nice being able to have the XFL action just kind of sprinkled around the weekend, not overtaking the Elite Eight or anything like that. But just when I thought I was going to have to resort to betting on the NBA, I remembered, oh, yeah, we got Monday Night Football, baby. The Defenders are on. Our boys are on. And, I mean, we'll get into that game in a little bit, but that was a great way to start a Monday. Shout out to the Defenders.
Hell yeah. 6-0, baby.
Hell yeah.
6 and motherfucking oh.
6-0? Oh, man. Feels good.
Yeah, AJ.
Feels good. I'm not used to this position. I cannot remember the last time I felt confident in the team that was undefeated. We all remember the run the Cardinals went on 2 years ago now, and that's when we just started the show. And I would get on here every week, and I was like, this team is fraudulent. We should not be 8-0. This is bullshit. This is
7-0.
7-0, my bad. Sorry, I was trying to enjoy it a little longer, but
yeah,
7-0,
but Packers killed that.
But I actually feel good about the Defenders as a 6-0 team. I think they're legit. I think they got moxie, but we'll get into them. We'll get into them in a moment, Noah. We got to take it back to a game that, let's start it off. All right, I didn't think this game was going to be very good. I didn't think it was going to be entertaining. And yet, they turned it around, and I liked this game a lot. Sea Dragons, Orlando Guardians. Dragons win 26-19 against the Guardians. Guardians do cover the 8.5 and 9. So shout out there. I mean, Guardians, they were putting up a little bit better of a fight. Sea Dragons just really showing that they got their stuff. And I'm not saying they're locked and loaded, but hey, they can beat the worst team in the league. So that's not, I mean, you got to build somewhere, start somewhere. And I mean, they are 4-2 now.
Yeah, I think Seattle's a decent team. Like I don't know. I mean, we're seeing now, we were talking about these three different tiers earlier. I think it's starting to break up a little bit more. Clearly you got tier A, you got DC, and then I would say you got tier 1 DC, and then you got tier, I would call it 2A, where you got Houston and St. Louis.
Yeah.
But I would put Seattle in there as tier 2B. I don't think they're quite as good as St. Louis and Houston. But I think they're better than the rest of the teams. I don't want to drop them a whole tier below St. Louis and Houston.
Yeah.
But they're out of the three of those, they would be my third pick.
Yeah,
who's gonna win.
I'm with you. I think that's very valid. I think the Sea Dragons are okay, but they're just not terrible. Ben DiNucci didn't have a bad game either. That always helps when he goes 18 for 35. Jesus Christ. I can't believe he started in the NFL. But yeah, 2 touchdowns and interception. That sucks, but I mean, you'll take it as long as Ben can limit the interceptions. I think the Sea Dragons are looking good. I can't figure out what the Guardians need to do. I can't figure out they need to be better. But
they put up a fight. They covered.
Yeah, they covered.
I mean,
I'll give them that.
They still suck, but they covered.
Hey, and if you can cover a game every once in a while, if you're 0-6, I mean, that's like you're 1-6. Let's go. But
yeah, I think it's still they're 0-6, but
yeah, probably. But yeah, hey, hell of a game. Great way to start off week 6. Next one, I mean, Noah, can you spell blowout? And I mean, just an absolute slaughter. Halfway through the game, I almost turned it off, and I wanted to just take the Vipers out back along with their shitty stadium and just put one between the eyes, bro. They are so freaking bad at the football. Let me add to your tier list. Let me go with a 3Z, okay? And that's where the Vipers are right now. They lose to the Battlehawks.
Oh, they're 29-6. They're better than the Guardians, unless we're putting the Guardians in tier 4 by themselves.
Maybe.
No.
No.
I'm putting both the Vipers and the Guardians in tier 4. This could be a 4A, 4B. I think the Vipers are a little bit better than the Guardians,
Fine.
but who knows? These teams should play at some point this season, right?
Yeah, if they haven't already. I mean, I don't know who's going to watch that game.
Is that the Vipers' one win?
Is that the Vipers' one win against the Guardians? I think they must
Yeah.
have already played because I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, they played last week. The Vipers won 35-32.
Oh, that's right. That was a shit show. But I mean, and it continues to be defensive issues for the Vipers. St. Louis coming out
And offensive issues.
Yeah, offensive issues, fair enough. But I mean, AJ McCarron had himself a day, 23 and 29 for 236. I mean, you keep putting up numbers like that, you're gonna win football games, and that is what the Battlehawks have been doing as of late, getting it done here on the road. They're 4-2 now on the season. I mean, I'm impressed.
Only 2 losses are to DC, so
yeah. I mean, you can't be upset about that if your 2 losses are to the best team in the league, and so. I kind of like what the Battlehawks are doing. I think they might be able to squeak by and make the playoffs and see what they can do. If they can get a a home field advantage there in one of the playoff games, I mean, they'll definitely have an upper hand.
AJ, how does the playoff format work? I know it's 4 teams. I'm assuming, top team in each conference, division, whatever they're called. I don't know if they're officially calling them conferences or division, North and South division.
Yes.
So I'm assuming top team in each division makes it. Is it 2 wild cards or is it the top 2 in each division?
From what I understand, it's the top 4 teams.
Oh, okay.
So that was the press release I read when XFL was first starting. I can go back and try to find it. But from what I read, it was the top 4 teams. Whether they decided to go deeper and say the top 2 from each division, that makes sense. I would think you would do the top 2 from each division, but also only so many teams. I mean, I don't know how that would work out. Let me take a look at the standings. I'm curious now.
Yeah, I just asked because I could see the top 4 teams, being DC, obviously, Houston, St. Louis, and then it's going to be either probably Seattle or Arlington, but I don't think Arlington's very good.
No, not at all. So,
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah,
let's see.
No, go ahead, because I mean that gets interesting. That gets interesting, especially next game we'll talk about in a moment. The Renegades taking a loss to the Brahmas. I mean, both teams looking to get some steam going into the end of the season here with only 4 games left, excuse me. I can't do math in my head. What's it saying, Noah? Anything good?
So the top 2 teams from each division face off in the first round of the playoffs for the 3rd time of the season. The team with the better record hosting the game.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean that format definitely favors Houston, yeah. I would say more
DC.
than anybody else. Huh?
DC more than anyone else.
Well, no, because DC's going to, first round of the playoffs, have to probably play St. Louis again.
Oh, absolutely. You're right. I see what you're saying now, yeah.
Which, I mean, we beat them twice already, but those have been some hard-fought games, and beating them 3 times. I mean, at least they'll likely be at home. But yeah, I don't know that I agree with that. I think it would be more interesting to have like Seattle going to Houston in the first round of the playoffs rather than Houston getting to play either San Antonio, Orlando, or Arlington again. But that's just me, Hey,
and we'll see. Maybe they change. Maybe they're just trying it out this year. We'll see what they do next year. But moving on, Noah, Brahmas, they take it to the Renegades 15-9. And, I mean, they didn't take it to them. Like, they didn't stick it to them, put their foot on their throat by any means. But, I mean, their defense was playing hard. They weren't making the mistakes we've seen them make in the past. It was a hard-fought victory for Hines Ward and the Brahmas, but damn, they came out defensively strong. Still need to figure it out on offense, but if they can ride the defense to a couple more wins, I mean, maybe they go 500 this year.
Yeah, dude, the Renegades are trash.
So bad.
I mean, they've played by far the easiest schedule in the entire XFL, and they're 3-3. There was all this hype about them for whatever reason.
Probably because they're in Arlington. Get the Cowboys fans. They see football in February, and they get confused maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. People thought they were going to be good. They've played the Vipers once, Orlando once, the Brahmas twice, and they're 3-3.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad.
But it's okay. You know, they get Orlando one more time, so they'll find a way to make the playoffs there, given the format. Probably get their asses kicked by Houston, who I believe they have to play again. Well, let's see. They got Seattle and then at Orlando, at DC,
shit.
and then home against Houston. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't think San Antonio is very strong, but that door is certainly open still.
Yeah, more wide open in the South than I would say the North. North just got a couple teams fighting it out, but South could get interesting really fast with that last seed. Moving on, the Monday night game. Our boys, DC Defenders, handle business against the Houston Roughnecks in honestly what is probably a XFL Super Bowl preview matchup here. 26-37, DC takes it, covers. They're not only 6-0, straight up, they are 6-0 ATS. And Noah, you know what we say here. Good teams win, but damn, great teams cover. And so not only are they the best team in the XFL, they're the best team betting-wise. And I can't tell you how to stop the Defenders. I mean, the Roughnecks were doing a good job early on, I would argue. You know, trying to control the pace of the game, keeping the ball on their side, taking the shots on offense when they could, and the game just got away from them. The game just got away from them. Defenders coming back big. Big pick six going into the half. I mean, Noah, boys are fucking cooking. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, yeah, they're fun to watch. They're fun to watch. They're good. They're good. Hey, it's been a fun ride, and I don't want to get off it. I'm ready for it to keep continuing. Never a doubt in my mind, AJ. You know, I'm just throwing decently large sums of money at DC every week, and they have not let me down yet.
Not yet. And I mean, honestly.
Yeah, usually I don't like betting on my own teams, but you know, whatever. I'm making an exception here because all they fucking do is cover the spread. We'll see if the odds makers catch on or not, but I don't know.
Hey, they got the Guardians next week, and we were talking about it a little bit before we got on. Wouldn't be surprised to see a double-digit spread there.
Yeah. Well, given that Seattle was favored by 9 on the road at Orlando, I think we could see. I think we're gonna see the largest spread we've seen in the XFL. I wouldn't be surprised to see a 2-touchdown spread here.
Yeah.
A conventional 2-touchdown spread in NFL terms. Obviously, this is the XFL where you can go for 1, you can go for 2, you can go for 3. So the scores get a little weird. We get weird numbers there. So like, you know how I am with the NFL. There's certain numbers that I hate.
Yes.
Like I hate 4.5. I hate 5.5. That's all out the window in the XFL.
Oh, it's all
all that stress is gone because there's fucking random 1, 2, and 3-pointers. You don't even know how much a touchdown's worth. Sometimes it's 6, sometimes it's 9 points. It's just like whatever. Which might be why I'm doing better betting on the XFL is because
we have no rules.
Yeah, it's
This
the
is
Wild
uncharted
West out.
territory. This is all eye test.
It's the fucking Wild West. There's no analytics. There's none of that. I'm going completely on eye test, and I think I'm hitting it close to 70% on the season.
Hey, we're both consistently hitting 3-1 ATS every week.
I was gonna say, and I think I've had 2 4-0 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, I have not had a week worse than 2-2, so I'm definitely over 500. Maybe I just need to start doing this with, NFL. Just throw the stats out the window. Stop worrying about it. Just go completely straight up eye test. Like, fucking bet with the heart, baby.
Hey, and I mean, with all the QB changes this year, we're definitely going to need to go a little bit more off eye test, but we'll get into all of that craziness later. Noah, great week of the XFL. We'll be back later this week with our betting picks for week 7 of the XFL. Exciting action this weekend. Got anything else to say to the D-Gens before we sign off?
Hey, fucking go Defenders, baby.
Go Defenders. Let's fucking go.
And if you don't have an XFL team and you watch the program, don't cheer for another team. Be a Defenders fan. It's fun. Fan. I promise I will personally give you the pass that it's not a bandwagon choice. If you tune into the program regularly and you want to cheer for the XFL, I give you a pass because day one Defenders fan here. Day one Defenders fan.
Hey, I'm a week 3 Defenders fan, so I'll take that any day of the week.
I've been cheering for him since 2020.
True.
And I did not switch my team. I stuck with it. And you know what? It was, I don't even remember what they were in 2020. I think we only were 5 or 6 games into the season, but they were like 3-2 or 2-3 or something like that. But we're 6-0 now. That's all that matters. Jump on the Defenders bandwagon. Best fan base in the entire XFL. Better than half of the teams in the NFL.
Yes, sir. Whoa. Let's not get crazy here.
I'm not saying bigger, but they're more enthusiastic and better. I didn't say bigger.
Gotcha.
Better than over half of the NFL fan bases. So
gotcha.
They can all piss off,
I'm with you there. But hey, thank you all for listening and watching. What did you think of the XFL Week 6? Drop it in the comments. Want to shout out our 63 followers on Rumble, making us one of the fastest growing sports shows on Rumble. And shout out to the 246 subscribed on the YouTube. We appreciate each and every single one of you with the support. And hey, it's never too late. Join the party. Hit that follow. Hit that subscribe. Become a D-Gen today with us.
Shields up, baby.
Shields up. Let's go Defenders. Have a great rest of your day. I've been the Brofect1 AJ. That's the Money Train Noah, and we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.